Hello, people, and welcome to another edition of yours truly, Josiah Willis, here today with another reaction. Let's go right ahead and get back to it. Okay, I recovered. I had two outtakes by now. But anyways, yes, we are here, and we are back to some... Let me see, what's the name of this genre I want to consider it? It's a little comp pop, it's a little alternative, indie maybe, perhaps some rock elements too, because we have my guys, Little Dragon, okay? Stay, featuring one of my favorite rappers right now, J.I.D. This came out on September 15th of this year, 2022. It is from the EP, Opening the Door. And yes, you guys, I have a very special guest, my guy, Colin Smith. You already know what he is. And yeah, man, he was, it's been a minute since we done reactions together, okay? The last thing we did together was the movie trailer review for, we did the movie review for Morbius, which we were probably a little negative, probably some negative Nancy's on there. But hey, we had to tell y'all the truth, man. We watched the film, we watched it, and we just gotta let y'all know how we brutal out here. You feel what I'm saying? And not everybody's gonna like that, but what can you do? What can you do? You can't please everybody. But yeah, without further ado, I would like for you guys to do me a quick favor, ladies and gentlemen, and that is to like, comment, subscribe, and views. Put your minds out there. Jesus. Also, a lyrical breakdown will be provided once the song is over. Stay tuned. And yes, you guys, another thing too I want to mention. Go ahead and check out my brand new channel, my second YouTube channel called The King Life Podcast. The King Life Podcast is on YouTube alongside my good friend and fellow co-host Anthony Lombardo, who is not here with us today, but he will definitely be on the podcast. So check it out. And yeah, we got about, 4 or 5 episodes. The third episode we have is,
I don't know the number, man.
I forget. But we had you on the tech saving one.
I think it's third. If I'm not
third?
mistaken. Because you've done 2 on the radio, haven't you?
The second one with the radio is going to be airing come next Friday. Got it pre-recorded a little bit. Got a spoiler alert. But yes, that will come around later this week. So I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Check out the King Life Podcast. The King Life Podcast. Just so y'all don't get, hit with whatever me saying it so fast. But anyways, enough talking. I said a lot today. All right, Lil Dragon, Stay, featuring J.I.D, the official audio. Are you familiar with Lil Dragon?
I'm not.
What about J.I.D?
Nope.
He's like the Kendrick
Either,
Lamar.
honestly.
Okay, so hopefully by your attention, you can appreciate what they can. If he says anything that's out of norm right about now, you guys, and y'all hear him say he doesn't like certain things, just keep in mind, this is his first time checking it out. Yeah. So don't hurt him in the comments and beat him up and be like, he has wrong opinions.
Oh, please.
Okay? Okay, but if you do, granted, he doesn't mind it. Here we go. Lil Dragon, Stay, featuring J.I.D. All right. Let's get it. Hey. Oh, by the way, they're from Sweden. Yeah. This is Yukimi on the intro.
Trust that you can't control the future, you'll never know.
Hey.
We're gonna be just fine, baby. No matter how it roll or how the ending go, leave your armor behind, baby. The deeper the rose of stardust, further into a balance night. Love will be your medicine if you be mine.
Hey.
If only for a moment, hoping for what love invites.
I like this.
Let's take our time now. spiral down into what
What's
reads
wrong
the
with voice
best
remind
in
you of?
you. They gone to
Trying to pin it
Paris
down.
on
Okay.
baby. No, it's been hot this time. Yeah, we can both
That's hard.
unwind. We haven't connected much lately. Deeper into rose of stardust, further into a balanced
There's some
night.
funk elements to
Lover,
it.
I'll be your medicine if you be mine. If only for a
Who
moment.
produced this, man? Who got talked to the producer for the beat?
Let's take our time, let's take our time now.
Daydream, as dark as my fantasy. Stay please, don't go. Wait for me so long,
J.I.D.
gonna
right
make
here.
me all lonely, lonely.
Rapper, singer-songwriter, lyricist, all that.
Don't you dare leave me alone and by myself. When I see you, I see me like a mirror sits on a shelf in a room with a TV right over there where your granny slept. Crept up the steps unquietly. I'm inept and out of breath. I need a sec. The game of love I reselect and choose us. Decompressing from the pressure and the stress that lose trust. Learning lessons from the lust. Your mood ring is luminous. I ain't scared of losing me. The only loss is losing us. Talking, arguing, and fussing, fighting, then we fuck. We fall in and we fall out, but in the end it's still love. And we don't know how this movie ends until the real. Ain't no in between with love. We got that vacuum seal shut.
Wow. That was hard. The verse was really, really impressive. Shout out to everybody who wrote the song: J.I.D., Eric Bowden, Frederick Wallen, Hyken, I hope I said his name right, or Haken, Wyron Strand, and Yukimi Nagano for the writing on this song. Shout out to Yukimi. Her voice is very poetic, very elegant, rich, wealthy. I don't know how to describe my
Wealthy?
voice. Yeah, wealthy,
That's an interesting
rich.
term.
I don't know how to describe someone's voice sometimes. I'm just like, I'll say eclectic. Eclectic is one for sure. Some music terms, of course, you know. But anyways, yes, you came in their thing on this one. Before we can give our full review about how we feel about the song, just right quick, let's go over the lyrical breakdown minus the intro. Verse 1 with Yukimi, she says, "Trust that you can't control. The future you'll never know." She ain't lying about that one. Yeah, she ain't lying. We're just gonna be fine. We're gonna be just fine, baby. No matter how it roll or how the ending go. Leave your armor behind, baby. So, how are you interpreting that?
Kind of feels like she's telling you to trust the process. To
Okay.
kind of just roll with life. Let your guard down a little. Enjoy the present.
I like that. I like that. Hey, he interprets, and I'm just, listening to the interpretation, my best way to analyze. If we are missing anything, like I said, let it be known in the comments below what we may have missed. Here is the chorus by her. She says, "The deeper into rosy stardust." You know what rosy stardust is? I think it's like a color and some sort of then you see
Sounds like
seeing
slang
the
for
space.
cocaine.
Say that again?
Sounds like slang for cocaine.
What do you know about cocaine?
Don't worry
Nah,
about it.
I don't know nothing about coke. Anyway, further into a balanced night. Lover, I'll be your medicine if you'll be mine, if only for a moment, hoping for what love invites. Let's take our time. Now.
No words.
No words? No comment? Okay.
No idea.
Interesting. Verse 2, Yukimi Nagano. She says, "Don't spiral down into worries that visit you. They're going to depart real soon. Know it's been hard this time. Here we can both unwind. We haven't connected much lately." So they've gone through their fair shares of life, pretty much, hand to them, whether it was good, bad, in between. But in between that time, you shouldn't necessarily worry You shouldn't have to remain stagnant. You have to keep moving forward. And I think what she's saying here is we can both unwind. We can both let loose and come together and be therapy to one another.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that. And then we haven't connected much lately. Shows that they have separated at some given time in their particular relationship. That's how I describe it, right? But here comes Jay-Z with this amazing verse. He did a great job with this. He says, daydreams as dark as my fantasy. Daydreams as dark as my fantasy. Daydreams as dark as my... So you know when you go around and you walk and you have that daydream in your head of like something that's going to happen like for you later on down the road and you just daydreaming it and no one knows that you're daydreaming it. It's almost like talking to yourself, but the only thing is you're not physically moving your mouth. You're just thinking about it, right? So as dark as my fantasy, I'm thinking what he's saying here is probably dark as my fantasy as in him getting intimate with his girl. And it's dark. He has fantasies about what they can do to each other and how they can pleasure one another, if you know what I mean, right? Then he says things like, stay, please don't go, wait for me so love won't abandon me. So love won't abandon me. That's deep. All lonely. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to feel lonely. He wants her to be with him, be the centerpiece for himself. Can you relate to that? No? All right.
I'm trying to break down his lyrics, but they're just off the wall.
Yes, they are. He ain't, see? Yeah, I wonder why I think too much. I'm always an overthinker, constantly. Don't you dare leave me alone here by myself. When I see you, I see me like a mirror sits on a shelf. In a room for TV, right over there where your granny slept, crept up the steps unquietly, I'm a napkin. So what he's saying is here, he's painting this picture as if to say, there was a time at one point in time where we were together, right? Where he was over her granny's house. This is what it seems to be. He's painting this picture as if to say that he sees himself in the mirror, you know what I'm saying? Pictures. You know, when you see yourself in the mirror, you can take a really good look at who you become, at what you become. And I think she's just saying, he just painted this picture as to where they're at, right? But he's crept up the steps unquietly, like meaning basically he's moving his feet really wild and you can hear the noise coming from him. Then he says things like, I'm a nothing, which I have no idea what that means. Out of breath, I need to say the game I love. So he could be saying, I need to say the game I love in terms of music, or it can just be the girl, you know what I mean? So now we got some double entendres going on, double meanings. He's already talking about a girl, or he's talking about music. I reselect and choose us. I reselect and choose us. Yeah, you play music, you pick
I think what he's trying to say is he needs to reset his priorities. So he was worrying about things that didn't really matter, and he's saving and choosing them as the priority as opposed to random.
What do you know? What do you know? Look at the brain on this one, right? And choose us, decompressing from the pressure and the stress that lose trust. You might be right. You might be right. Learning lessons from the lust, your mood ring is luminous. So your mood ring is light. You know what I'm saying? He's basically what he's saying here is this. You're gorgeous. You are pretty much pretty. You're attractive. One of the most noble qualities you have, or I guess the way you look presently or physically, you have this nose ring or something like that he really is attracted to, right? But also lust because of, you know, sexuality stuff getting around me, and you know, it sounds so weird for me to say that in that way, but basically, love is in the air. Okay, put like that, right? I ain't scared of losing me. The only loss is losing us. Talking, arguing, and fussing, fighting, then we mess around, right? That's pretty much what you said. Okay, we fall in and we fall out, but in the end, it's still love. So what he's saying here is basically the relationship is not perfect. They have their moments where they clash, they're fighting, they're arguing. He might feel like he's right, she may feel like he's wrong, yada, yada, yada. We already know, right? And what they do to make up, they either come to terms of talking it out, or they make it out. Y'all know what I mean.
Yeah.
I ain't guys press it because it's old school. Okay. And we don't know how this movie ends until the real cut. Like that was slick. Ain't no in between with love. We got it vacuumed, sealed shut. That's hard. So it's sealed. It's there. It's gonna always be there. You know what I'm saying? It's not going nowhere. Knowing when you get something to vacuum, it does technically get sealed shut. It's nowhere, you know. But I like the way he put that in towards the last line of the song. But overall, how do you feel about the song, bro?
I don't know. I didn't really. Not my type of song. It was good. The
Sure.
vocals were nice, but
Thank you.
Not my song.
Sorry,
honestly.
I'm gonna say thank you. It's some of my vocals, but go ahead, bro.
The beat was definitely interesting, but it was consistent and easy enough to follow. So I can't say I don't like the song. You know,
Sure.
Decent, but I wouldn't give it another listen, honestly.
Really?
It's not my type of song.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
It's not a bad song, but it's not mine.
J.I.D. is a big fan of Lil Dragon. He has his reasons for what they do. They have that experimental pop wave sound. They definitely have something else interesting. I'll tell you one thing. The Frisco record they have sounds probably better than this one. And keep in mind, J.I.D. is on here. So J.I.D. kind of like says, I just want to give it a pass. I still like the song. Don't get me wrong. But Frisco, they have. I might play you after. Actually sounded really good. You might like that one compared to this one. But I don't know. I ain't trying to convince you. Other than that, let me know in the comments below, how do you guys feel? Request for more songs by Lil Dragon or artists that are very similar. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, and views. Put your minds out there. Take a sip of that word, Barbara. Do you hear what I just said? Take a sip of that water, bro. Take a sip. Take a sip of that water. Just for me. Just for me. Hey, he did it! There we go. Okay. Only because I want his, you know what I'm saying. I need to get my throat cleared, you know, eventually. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and views. Put your minds out there. The link to this song will be down in my description below. This was Lil Dragon's Stay, track number 1 on the EP Opening Door, featuring the incomparable J.I.D. King Life.
We out.
He got it.